Hello, truckers. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are in Stockton, California. Is it Stockton? I didn't check, but I think that's where we are. Zoom out. Stockton. Yes, we're in Stockton, California at a Western Star dealership, but it's 8 o'clock at night. We need to sleep because, well, it's been a long day. And we need to get up fresh and early tomorrow morning, get ourselves a job. Oh, there's $1,571. Oh, we're up to 11,000. We got a lot of cash last night. Leveling up, I'd like to see that as well. Yeah, we're sitting around, we got like $6,000 last night. Bring in the cash because we need a lot, because as we found out at the end of last episode, it's going to cost a little bit of money. Oh, there's 3,000. Pretty good. Yeah, to upgrade a truck to roughly the level that we're at, it's going to cost maybe like 150, 175,000 for a truck. Our truck value right now is like at 94,000, but I don't know if it's because it needs repair as well, but let's not worry about that right now because we got a ways to go before we can go ahead and upgrade our truck. What would help out, though, if we took ourselves a job somewhere and earned some cash today. Okay, we got some big jobs here. I mean, that job's it's a big job, but it's only $790. It's good mileage, but other than that, this load is still here. We're actually right here. Seattle, we just kind of came from Seattle, so we're not going to take that one either. Okay, Stockton to California. Nope, we're not going to take it. Oh, there's not many good jobs here. All right, you know what? This is where external contracts come in. Nice and handy. Let's go to Stockton. That's going up to Washington. That's a long trip. I can't do that long trips because our episode's only for like about a day. And these, when you take external contracts, in case you didn't know, when it says remaining time, this is real time, so I'd have to like finish the job in actually 17 hours, and yeah, we're not going to do that. What else we got here? They got a lot of these loads here. Holy crap. Okay, now we're getting down to roughly where we need to be. I don't want to take any trucks either, because we've been taking a lot of trucks. Alright, this one could be interesting. How long of a drive is that? That's 9 hours. Doesn't pay that much, though. That's kind of odd for a big, heavy load like that. What's the weight on that? Oh, no. We can't do that. Yeah, it weighs 124,000, and that our truck, it's not quite capable of doing that. Now we're getting down to smaller loads. We just came from Oregon. I was trying to find something like the Nevada, Idaho, Utah kind of a thing. Bueller? There's one to Mexico. More tires. That's kind of a haul, though, isn't it? I'm kind of actually going towards... Well, there's one towards San Diego. You guys want to go to San Diego? It's still go down the I-5. I think that's the one we're going to take right there. It's down the I-5. Let's go ahead and do that. So I was kind of thinking about maybe heading up to the northeast of the USA before I activate ProMods Canada again. So we'll head over that way. But there's really nothing there, is there? Alright, I probably should have fired up the engine a little bit. The one thing I did not do, but looks like I'm kind of going right by, is a fuel station. And yeah, we're kind of going right by there, so we can go ahead and do that. Let's do that and that. Yeah, because I am kind of low on the fuel. Cindy, you all set? Yeah, I think she's all set. Let's get the heck out of Dodge, or Stockton, California is what we need to be doing. But first, before we go get our load, we're going to swing on in and top this off with some diesel fuel. If I can pick the right gear, that'd be good. And there we go. And top it off. So yeah, the Western Star, we were looking at that at the end of the last episode. What it would cost to upgrade it, and the Western Star does not have a sleeper. I thought that was in the 1.39, but I guess that's in the 1.4 version of ATS, which, you know, might be coming out. Like I said in the last episode, it might be out by the time you see this, because I'm recording these episodes kind of back to back. And we're coming that way. Yep, just keep on rotating around. And we'll pop into here. Oh, that's right. This is an external contract, so I don't have to swing in and accept the job because we've already accepted it through external contracts. Where, oh, where can my trailer be? There it is. So, oddly enough, we're taking another Tesla trailer after we just brought one down. Ooh, I think I backed up a little bit too hard there. That was too much. Luckily enough, I didn't cause any damage to my truck by doing that. Sometimes you do. Yeah, you back up too fast, you kind of like bypass the kingpin. That's what you want to do. And that's what I did. Before I go anywhere, let's park it on up because it's kind of good to see what we're doing here. Yeah, we're going right down the I-5 like we thought. Not much going on. Looks like a way station here and there. Probably get here rather early today, I think. We can kind of do this so where, you know what, let's go ahead and do this. So it'll bring us right around the recruitment center and whatever. I'm trying to remember what the one was in San Diego. I don't know why I should know San Diego that well. Did I used to use that as one of my home garages one time? I may have. I don't remember. Such a long time ago. Yeah, when ATS first came out, like I said last episode, I started in Vegas. I went to Sacramento. And then I started just moving around to what garage I was in. Not like it really matters what your home garage is, because how often do you really just go back to your home garage unless there's an update to the game, right? That's what we pretty much do. So what's our journey today? 457 miles, not too far. Right now we're scheduled to get there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon-ish. Which for us is kind of early. But I'll take it. So the good news, as we saw, yeah, we started the episode 8 o'clock last night. We had like 5,500 in the bank, and now we start this morning with 11,000 in the bank. So yeah, the money is coming in. Little by little it will. Ooh, took that corner. I was wondering if I was going to hit that guardrail because I took that corner kind of fast. Too fast. Yeah, I took a break in between recording episodes of ATS. I went and played some Ranch Simulator and also some Lumberjack Simulator, just doing some work in between episodes of those series. So you get driving in those kind of vehicles and you come back and you got to drive proper, and I just can't sometimes. Alright, so I do believe speed limit is going to be 55 on I-5 south in California A, so yeah, it's going to be that. Since we're not in a rush, we'll go ahead and just, yeah, we'll cruise. We shall cruise on down to San Diego. Now, I will say this. From what I remember on the I-5 South in California, last time I remember in ATS, it is a lot different for the scenic side of it. They changed quite a bit. I think I kind of avoided I-5 for a long time, just that because when the game first came out, like I said, we just had Nevada and California. And there wasn't a lot of side roads as they are now. So, you know, I was going up and down the I-5 so much, and after a while, when other states come out, you know, you just kind of avoided going back here. It's like, I'm tired of, I've seen that enough. And now it's been so long, going up and down the I-5 is kind of new and refreshing. So either I'm not remembering it the way that I thought it was, and it has not changed, or, I don't know. But I think it has changed. But as we saw on the map before we left, yeah, I think it's pretty much we're going to be on the I-5 all the way down. It looks like we're following another red sports car all the way down too as well. So yeah, purchasing or upgrading this truck here, I would like to see and test it out. And I don't know this, but we saw the trade-in value of this truck was like $94,000, $95,000. I would like to repair it to see if I actually do get more money for my truck by repairing it. But also I'm trying to see is how far can we push when we stop at a weigh station before they give us a penalty on how far of a wear and tear can you get on your truck before you get fines. So it's kind of hard to test out both things at once when you can't. So Sorry, dude. I saw the arrows for a long time that those two lanes merge into one, but... Yep. Don't know if you just saw that, but we came off the off-ramp and there was a speed limit sign that says 70, and then like 100 yards later it said, no, speed limit's 55. Yeah, that's what I thought. So kind of a short trip for us today. Do I want to do a quick turnaround in San Diego? Yeah, probably not. Like I said, it'll just be 1 hour on our clock, so... If it was like the first couple episodes of Realistic Economy playlist that we got going on here, I would turn and burn because, you know, we needed the cash. But, I mean, we still need the cash, don't get me wrong, but it's not as much of a dire need as it was when we first started. Now it's kind of like, oh, okay, we're doing fine. We got 6 other drivers on the road. They can bring in the cash. We're bringing in the cash. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe slowly start working our way towards New England if I can do that. Right now, it's just trying to find interesting loads or different loads. Kind of, you know, instead of just taking the load that pays the most, we're looking for trips that, you know, a one-day trip basically is what I'm looking for. And also, like I said, decent loads. I like backing in when I get somewhere, so taking tandem trailers or articulated trailers, what have you. Yeah, when you get there, so just pretty much pull in and unload. It would be interesting in the future if somehow we can get out of our truck, and they kind of introduced that a little bit in trucking, similar to where I guess in the shop we can get out and look around the truck, but it's not quite the same as getting out your truck. As long as it's just, you know, loading up your trailer and checking on the straps, checking on the load, something like that, that'd be a great addition to the game. But yeah, I don't know how much work that, you know, I really don't know what that would entail in all the coding of the game, of having a driver to get out and checking the load and checking the straps on every trailer that there is, because that would be a lot of work right there and then, because every trailer is definitely going to be different than how the cargo is strapped on. But even if we just got out and had to lift up the legs, and I know sometimes now legs are hydraulic legs anyway, so it's going to push a button. But it's just something added to it. So like I said, maybe after we get down to San Diego, we'll start, like I said, I was kind of looking forward, maybe trying to find a trail, like I said, up towards Utah, to Nevada. Nevada? That's a new state, by the way. The 51st state of the USA, Nevada. I was trying to go up through Nevada into Utah and maybe go through like, I don't know, Nebraska and then the Midwest some way, and then somehow end up in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, New York. Maybe not as far as Boston. I know like the New York, Philadelphia area might be kind of done over, but it's been a long time since I've been up to the northeast of the coast-to-coast map as well. Hopefully all that is still there. But I will say this, when you're on the interstate and you're doing like 55, it does seem like you're barely moving, doesn't it? Hey, thanks for bringing a little bit of cash there, $2,300 into the bank account. And I like it. Drivers are leveling up. Every time they level up, I just hear, you know, the cash register, you know, just means more money coming in, basically. But once all of our drivers get a point into everything, that just opens up more options for them. I don't know how the game picks out loads for your hired drivers. I don't know how they actually do that. Just like most people said, it doesn't matter what truck you get them. Whenever they're in the city, they just take a load for what they're capable of taking. Doesn't matter of the truck. At least that's what I've been told. I I wish SCS would come out and say kind of like how your hired drivers work, how they decide what load they're taking. Because it would change the game quite a bit if it mattered the truck that they had. I mean, it matters what truck that we have when we take a load. Just like when I was looking, I'm like, oh, there's a load, I could probably take that, and I saw how much weight was on it. I'm like, nope, not with this truck, we're not going to do that. So 55 miles an hour, we're not going to be steaming down towards San Diego, but we'll get there eventually. I mean, if we do get there a lot earlier than what it says right now, then maybe we'll turn and burn somewhere. I mean, if it's a couple hours, maybe I will drive for a couple hours somewhere. And it could be. We'll have to make sure it's not an external contract, because I won't be recording again ATS for like about another week. Like I said, when I do my 2 episodes a week now, I kind of record them almost the same day. Then I take a week off and I get back in the saddle and record a couple more. So that's why external contracts, when it says expiration date or expiration time, that's real time. One thing I haven't looked at yet is when we, at the end of the episode, we usually go into the garage and check on the drivers. I haven't seen roughly what the company is now making in a week. And if everything is right, I mean, in theory, that number should always go up and up and up as how much money your company makes in a week, because when your drivers keep leveling up, and of course you keep hiring more and more drivers. I don't know what the limit is of hired drivers is now. I know my other profile that I had like 200 some odd drivers, and I finally quit hiring drivers. I'm like, that's enough, because you know, with basic economy there, yeah, man, I had like a couple $100 million, something like that. I have no idea what I was at. I was just buying garages anywhere, at any time. I didn't see how much this load even was when I left this morning, so I don't know what we're going to weigh. So I'll just take a guess at 68,000. Alright, 73. I mean, I really had no idea. Yeah, I know my vehicle's not in perfect condition. What trucker's truck is going to be in perfect condition anyways, really? I mean, even after a couple weeks of putting tires on the truck, the tires are going to be worn down somewhat. And according to this game, after they get like 5%, they're like, wow, your truck needs some dire repair. It's ridiculous. So I will say this, but I think I'm pretty sure it'll be out by the time we can afford of upgrading this truck or trading in this truck. If it's a Western Star that we pull into and doesn't have a sleeper cab, but I do believe the update coming out, the Western Star will have a sleeper cab, I do believe. I think so, but if it doesn't, yeah, we're definitely going to have to buy a sleeper cab for us, even though the sleeper cab technically means nothing in the game, which seems kind of... It's too bad that you just can't pull over anywhere and sleep anywhere that you want because you have a sleeper cab. I mean, I guess maybe they don't do that because they don't want people just pulling over in the breakdown lane over here and sleeping. That'd be kind of odd, yes. But I always think, you know what, if you can do that in single player, what does it matter? Because that single player is not hurting anyone else's game by just pulling over in the breakdown lane and sleeping there. So what does it matter? What does it matter? Now, multiplayer, yes, that would... actually, I don't think in multiplayer... Is there a sleeper mode in multiplayer? I don't remember. It's actually been a while since we've been in multiplayer. For a while, when I was doing ATS videos, it was in multiplayer, just to mix it up. Then, like I said, I stopped playing just about a year ago. I stopped playing ATS. Didn't get back into it until the beginning of this year. Starting this profile. And it's kind of weird just by adding one mod to the game for myself. It brought back the excitement of getting back into it, driving around. Sorry, I'm just staring at these logs over here in this trailer. They look, yeah, I think they could use some improvement on those. Just saying. That delivery's not going to be made. Not really sure what happened to that tractor trailer, or the trailer itself. Looks like he got rammed in the butt on the interstate. Maybe he pulled over to sleep or something, and the breakdown lane because he wanted to, and someone ran the back of him. Yeah, the i5 definitely is not what I remember it from, I guess I would say ages ago. I definitely have tweaked it quite a bit. Scenically, that is. Apparently I need to be... I know it says passengers and trucks, but GPS is telling me to go here. Why would they want one lane for passengers, one lane for trucks? Is it the merging lane? Maybe the merging lane. Now, the merging lane for cars seems awfully short, and that lane over there is still here. So you can merge. I just love how the trucks are swerving in and out of these lanes up ahead of me here. Yeah, so the truck lane to enter onto this interstate, which we're still on the same one, but it's still over there, so they didn't really have to merge into the traffic as I took a passenger car, and then I had to merge into a lane. Truck lane. Do I need to be over there? Possibly. I am losing some speed here. The thing being is I am gaining on the trucks in front of me as well. Alright, time to shift down to 11. Keep my RPMs up a little bit. Where I kind of miss Aerodesk's Volvo with a 750 horsepower, because that truck would be going up this hill like, why is there a truck lane for? I don't get it. And this is something I don't get. I almost feel like, it looks like we're going uphill, but the truck seems like it's already going downhill. Because retarder was on going uphill, which would be kind of weird. That, yep, that's a loan, so okay, it's a 11:45. So our truck is at 25%. Alright. I'm going to guess 23% of that is tire wear. Maybe the other 2% is engine, clutch, all that stuff. The other thing I was thinking of in between episodes, I said, well, I could just upgrade this truck. And I was like, nah, we need to switch trucks out, because that way you guys get to see the inside of the trucks. I mean, that's what we did at the beginning of the series, when we're driving for other companies. Drove a whole bunch of different kind of trucks. I don't want you to keep staring at the same inside of the Volvos. We need, like I said, switch it on up. But the problem is the cash. Yeah, the cash. But the good thing is, yeah, we just made another loan payment and we stayed above 10,000. And I'm getting paid what for this job, by the way? All right, so 1,500 for this one. Looks like we kind of crisscrossed down here already once before. So we've been on the I-5 south from here down further, which I don't quite recall too much, but yeah, we might actually do a little turn and burn, leaving 2 hours on the clock when I get down there. That might be just a little bit too much time. I can get, you know, we can travel almost 100 and some odd miles to wherever. Just got to make sure that whatever load I take, they're not expecting it for at least another day, because I will have to sleep, obviously, 10 hours. San Diego starting to show up on the billboard, which means we're not that far out, but we're still another 120 some odd miles out here. It looks like we took a load to LA before, because we were on I-5 shortly, and then went that away. You think the traffic around here, you know, just east of LA and north of San Diego, that the traffic would be just a little bit more than what it is. So as you see me a couple times before, I upload the developer console commands. And of course, we advance time. You can also change how much traffic you want on here. And one time I doubled it, and I swear doubling it felt like I quadrupled it. It was so much traffic. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. Which is not bad when you're on an interstate and you're just going with the flow of traffic. Or when you get to a stoplight. It's when you get to a stop sign and you got to cross traffic that doesn't have to stop, and you got double the traffic activated, and it's sometimes hard normally to get an opening to cross for a while. You got traffic doubled. That could be. I was there for a while. I'm like, all right, that's not going to work. I'm sitting here for an hour just trying to find an opening to. So at some point, you just have to nose your truck out there, and traffic will stop for you. Yeah, right now we're scheduled to get to San Diego at 3 o'clock, so we may do a turn and burn. If we can find, if there's a decent load heading out of San Diego to, well, I said we want to head east. I mean, you're in San Diego, you better head east. You don't want to head west. You better have big flotation tires on there if you're heading west. But yeah, we want to head east. Like I said, I'll try to maybe think about heading towards the northeast. The problem that I can kind of see with this is, say we get halfway up towards, let's just say Philadelphia, so we're somewhere in, how about Griffin, Indiana? That'd be a good point to say. Do a little plug for my Farming Simulator series on Griffin, Indiana. But say we get like to Griffin, Indiana, all the way up to Philadelphia, and they drop 1.4 on ATS, and they'll revert me back to my garage, and all those will have been canceled, no penalties to me. I'm like, yeah, well, it's halfway to Philadelphia. Now we're back in Salt Lake City. I had to think about where my garage was in Salt Lake City. Right? It's Salt Lake City? Yeah, Salt Lake City. So being about 1:30 in the afternoon, I think all of our drivers, except for the recent driver that we hired, are on the road. Well, technically they're probably all on the road, but the rest of them are sleeping, and she might be out there driving. Actually taking this trip down the I-5 at 55 miles an hour, which is the speed limit, and the traffic being as light as it is, it's kind of a relaxing drive, if you will. Now we got some Midas billboards this week, it looks like. That is a mod I do believe. Is that, wait, who's that mod through? I don't remember. I got realistic billboards, and I don't know if that's on the workshop or not. It's got to be on the workshop because it's updating. The billboards are updating, so it's got to be on the workshop, I would think. Yeah, so you can kind of see the billboards change once in a while. I think I talked about that a couple episodes ago. That's kind of neat to be driving down. You just see the billboards are always different, so you're not seeing the same billboards over and over and over again. It's one thing I like about what SCS has done with the, I'm pretty sure whoever does ETS2 or an ATS is they're not giving you a new base game every couple of years. You know, they came out with ATS 5 years ago. It's the same game, but we're just adding the map size, and they keep changing things, adding trucks, which allows modders to create things like, you know, real life billboards and real size, you know, real companies making trailers. I mean, just making the mod for all the accessories that you can put inside your truck. Like the mod we have for inside here. That's how we got Cindy over there. She's supposed to be doing our bookkeeping, but with only 6 other drivers on the road, and there's our... no, that's Victor. That's not her. Alright, so a little bit of extra money coming in. I thought he'd be sleeping by now, but maybe he want to finish his load, but he leveled up, which is always good. Love seeing my drivers level up. Yeah, my other single player profile that I had, I think I got about maybe 15 to 20 drivers that are maxed out. They're, you know, so that means they're level 36 or higher. So they're bringing about just as much cash as I do, almost as much because I got to pay them. They take their fee out for whatever they charge me, which I'm not going to complain when they complete a delivery for $120,000. They're like, yeah, I'm taking $10,000. It's like, all right. I mean, $120,000 pretty much pays for that truck that you're driving. Alrighty. Let's make sure we come to a stop up here. I didn't even check to see how heavy this load was. If it's tires, it's what, 40,000? Because we just took that load a little while ago. Alright, so 38.7. Close enough. Hello, San Diego. Keep it classy. Problem with this truck in front of me, I can't tell if there's a stoplight up ahead or not. And speaking of... Oh, so he stopped and then went through... Yeah. You know, we all know those type of drivers. They come up to a light that's green, then they slow down. When it hits yellow, they gun it, and you're behind them. It's like... Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Cindy, you want to reach back to that duffel bag and give me some, like, potato chips? I could really use some potato chips right about now. Potato chips and a Pepsi sound really good. My turn? Our turn? Yeah, just go right ahead. Both of you. I mean, I would have loved to ram them if I could, but I can only accelerate so fast here. Nothing runs like a deer. Who knows, I might actually be going back there in a little bit to pick up a load. Oh, light turned green, thank you. Make sure our trailer gets around the corner. Let's go get this recruitment center. The dealership. Yeah, I'm speeding, I know, but I see this light is green and I want to get to it. Ding me. Okay, that was quick. It's almost like I knew I was going to ask. Another green light. Lights are going in my favor right now, so... But let's not get too cocky, because next thing you know, I'll get a sweeper. This is... What? This, I've never seen a street sweeper in this game. And they do go about that fast too, don't they? I was going to say, you going to stop at the stop sign, or are you just going to go on through? Alright, so here is another dealership. And it's a Peterbilt. Dude, you're making my turn and burn out of San Diego a little bit more of a pain. He's going slow enough. The one thing I didn't check when I pulled out was make sure no one else was going around and passing us. Passing on double line, you better make it quick, because you will get a ticket for that. Where am I going with these, by the way? Caterpillar. Alright. Caterpillar. So we've seen a John Deere and a Caterpillar. Well, we haven't seen the Caterpillar as of yet. But the one thing we did see when we were at the Western Star yesterday and checking out the truck is there's a Cummins. Was it a Cummins engine? The 565 horse. An extra 65 horsepower would definitely come in handy. But the way it's going, the way by the time we can afford upgrading a truck, yeah, we might be able to get something that's even bigger than that. Well, here's the Caterpillar dealership or place. Alright, so where are we bringing this? I don't think I've ever... This is kind of... Oh, okay, I know what this one is. Alright, gotcha. And you're going to put me in the corner, aren't you? Yeah, I'm used to being in the corner. But the good thing is there's not hardly any loads in here, so I can go ahead and swing around quite a bit. Don't hit nothing. There you go. Watch out for that chain. Alright, so, yeah, I gotta do a little bit of wiggling and waggling in here. Probably gonna rub on this over here. Am I hitting that yet? I'm not hitting that yet, surprisingly. Alright. Now what I need to do is... I probably should have went all the way around. And that never works what I was just trying to do there, so... Now let's go ahead and... I want to say blind side, but... I really hate backing in this way, because that mirror doesn't quite do it justice, does it? Can't tell where the blinking trailer light is, but I think somewhere in that general area. I mean, we're close. Now we'll stick our head out this way. Yeah, we are pretty close. Now if I just pull forward and straighten up a little bit, it's going to be darn close to where it's not going to be a problem. Watch out for that electrical box, because that could be shocking to you if you run into that. There we go. This will do it for you. I can only imagine, being Caterpillar, what kind of tires are in there for you. Excelente, right? Excelente. Alright. I've completed 208 contracts. Alright, that's good. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue. Is there a clock in here? Yes, it is. Saturday at 2:56. There's a clock in here. Alright. That works out well. No, I don't want a quick job. Sorry. There we go. San Diego. There's one to Texas. Tandem trailer. Oxnard. I always like saying Oxnard. Don't know why. Ignore that. Denver, Colorado. There we go. There's one to Jacksonville, Tennessee. That brings us to Texas. We've done that before. I say we just get a load to Colorado, to Denver. That brings us up through an area that we really haven't covered mostly. I mean, we have somewhat, but not really. They expect it on Monday in the afternoon, and it's Saturday. 22 hours. I'm going to have to sleep twice. This should be fine, correct? So if I sleep twice, that's an extra 20 hours. So that's 42-hour trip in total, in theory. And I got 2 days to get it there, which is 48 hours. So this shouldn't be a problem. We're bringing cans. Well, that's a perfect place. You got to bring it to Coors. There might be cans, I would just say. Let's go ahead and we'll at least start the journey anyways. Oh, it's only 1 mile to go. I like that as well. Is our trailer still here? It is. Alright, let's go get these cans from Vistaprint. And we'll just travel for a couple of hours. After we pick up our load, we'll see where we can find a decent parking area. Who knows, I may not be able to find one in a couple hours now. This means a short run. But at least we get 2 hours off it today, right? That's the whole point. And hopefully we'll pick up a little bit of time on the way to Denver. Alright, pull in here. Alright, and freight market, and hopefully it's still here. I mean, if it was gone now, I'd be like, really? I'd be like, really? You took it on me? Follow the flashing white ice cream cone, or whatever you want to call it. Probably in real life, your truck is like, I wish we had that in real life, right? So easy to find a load that way. I don't think I've taken a load from Vistaprint in a long time. I'm going to be a pro. I'm not going to bother with... yeah, I need the parking brake because we need to check the map. Alright, so we got to find something 2 hours out, basically. Please tell me you're like 2 hours out. 3 hours 42. I mean that's a little bit too far. Ooh, okay. Okay, so what else can we do here? What's the route look like completely? I mean, if I were to go... Alright, this may take a moment here. So say we want to go this way. So that's 1,100. That adds a couple hundred miles to the trip. I mean, that doesn't help out now, does it? Okay, let me fiddle around with this just for a moment here. Let's say we go up this way. Let's see, it's 1,161, and before it was... So this doesn't add that many more miles to it. And what we can do, that Kenny dealership that we kind of... that's 2 hours to that checkpoint. So, yeah, this trip, by stopping at the Kenny dealership and sleeping there in 2 hours, that trip will now be 1,125-ish miles, and before it was 1,107. So it's not adding that many more miles, so let's go ahead and just check mark that. That's going to have to work out for us. That's where we're going. All right. What is this load weighing? 42. All right. I mean, if I'm going to Coors, you would assume it's aluminum cans. I mean, you could say, well, it's glass bottles, and it should be classified as bottles, not cans. I'm just saying. That's a lot of cans of 42,000 pounds. Yep, I saw that car coming. And that's a misshift right there. Yeah, fourth gear might be a little bit too high for that much weight that we got. And there's a Coors truck right there. What a coincidence. Alright, so back to San Diego. Well, I say San Diego, but was that in San Diego? Or was that in LA? I may have misspoke there before, right? Because we are in San Diego. Where was that? Was that in LA? What town would that be in? Oh, yeah, Los Angeles right there. It's kind of hard to see because, yeah, so we're actually going to L.A., Kenworth. All right, yeah, because that was a Peterbilt that we discovered here. All right. Don't you dare. Alright, so this load, as we just saw, is going to Denver, Colorado. I don't think I've been to the... I mean, am I actually delivering to the Coors itself? Now, the question is, because I do play with realistic companies, is that part of the realistic companies, or is Coors... I'm pretty sure Coors... I should say pretty sure. I couldn't see SDS putting actually Coors into the base game because... Well, I mean, alcoholic beverage and everything, so, you know, I wouldn't see them. That's got to be just something part of the realistic companies mod that we got going. So not too bad, actually. Like I said, we started the episode just at 5,500, and in 24 hours, we're just shy of 13 grand. And that's, of course, every day for quite a while. We got that $3,000 payment for our 2 loans that we have out. But definitely next purchase is trading in this truck for a different one. Then once we do that, gotta start thinking about, like I said, upgrading a garage or purchasing a new garage and start getting more trucks in the fleet. Now that's going to be a while because either upgrading a garage or buying a new garage is going to cost, we'll just say $100,000. And I'm not going to bother doing that until I can afford to put a truck in there. So I need about $225,000 before we even do that. Yeah, so it's going to be a while, isn't it? It's not nothing's going to happen next few episodes, that's for darn sure. Let's go ahead and put the cruise on because it's 55 miles an hour up through here. So we are going to be going through Vegas next episode, but I do believe they've done Vegas over as well, so I do believe on the interstates around Vegas you can do like 60, maybe even more than that, I have no idea. But when the game first came out, you pretty much had to go through Vegas doing about 30, sometimes 25. And with all the stoplights in Vegas, it took forever to get through Vegas. Of course, it's hard to see, but I'm going to have to go just by our ET, what time of day it is. So about another hour or so, we should be up in LA. I don't think the Kenworth dealership would mind that a Volvo truck with I would say a 53-foot trailer parked in its parking lot overnight. I guess I could just say, well, I'm technically looking at buying a new truck here sometime soon. I guess what we could do to tease ourselves once again, since I'm stopping at a dealership, is I'll pull up to where we can kind of see how much the trade-in value of the truck is. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be the same or a little bit less because it got more wear and tear on the truck. But we'll see how much, because we will be able to see how much a sleeper cab is at a Kenny dealership. That's for darn sure. So we'll get a better idea roughly. I think the Western Star that we kind of threw together yesterday, last episode was 140. I'm pretty sure by the time I pick out a sleeper cab from Kenny, Kenny's going to be a little bit more. The sleeper cab and with the engine options that we may or may not have. Just to get a ballpark, a better ballpark, because Western Star, it's kind of hard to get a ballpark when you're trying to price out a day cab with a sleeper cab. Did that airplane just disappear? That was up there. That usually happens around Area 51, not over in LA, but why not? So by coming up through LA, we did add about 50 miles to the trip. But then again, I'm taking about 100 and some odd miles off the trip, so I don't know. Kind of equals out, but at least we turned and burned and we're kind of on the way to Denver. And what I may do, because like I said, it's going to be a week down before I do another recording, if 1.4 does drop, what I'll probably do is not update the game and finish this load, and then when it reverts me back to Salt Lake City, if it does. I don't know if the update is big enough. Sometimes the updates aren't big enough to revert you back to your home garage, but usually they do, because it's not like a hotfix update they're going to be dropping. It's going to be, or that's why we're going from 1.39 to 1.4. But more likely it will revert back. So I don't know. I'll figure out how to handle it once we get there. All right. So it looks like we're getting off here, and we're already at the dealership. I can already see it up ahead. So all right, turning and burning did work out a little bit for us. We're back up in LA, and it's still not even 5 o'clock yet. Go have some fun by seeing how much Kenny's going to charge us for a truck. You two are not together, I hope. At least there's plenty of room for us in here, so we can pull in and do this. That's for trailers. That's over there for repair. This one right here is what we're looking for. Alright, so my trade-in value is dropping a little bit. So I would assume if I were to repair my truck, and we are at about 25% wear and tear, this is going to improve quite a bit. Let's go ahead and do custom configuration, because that's what we want to do. Let's go ahead with a sleeper cab. Yes, we'll go ahead and just select that. And already the value is up to 137. So it's a 220 gallon no matter what I pick. A 6.4 long with a mid-lift. I mean, the mid-lift doesn't really mean much to me. In real life, I know it would, because you can save wear and tear on your tires if you're bobtailing or don't need it. But let's just go ahead and, I don't want to say get the best of everything here, but there's a 550 horse from Cummins, or do I want the Caterpillar? I mean, it's the same price, right? 2500 08. So it looks like the ratings are all, I mean, It's almost like the same rating everywhere here. So I guess it doesn't matter. And of course, 10-speed retarder is what no, 12-speed retarder is what I want. All right, so that's what I would have to go with. So that's going to cost me like, okay, 153,000. That's without adding any accessories and stuff, though. That's part of the thing. If I were to go in the cab, though, can I look around and see what the cab looks like on the inside? All right, not too bad. So maybe up to 160,000 for a brand new truck. Well, I say brand new truck for what we can get. I never liked that kind of wood paneling on the inside. That was something I wouldn't do. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and no. I just want to head on out the door. Yeah, we're just here browsing. See, by going in the store and browsing, they'll probably let me park over here overnight. Like, well, he's kind of interested. Let's let it, you know. And I'm like, yeah, not really. I mean, I will be interested at some point, but it's not today. All right, so there's always someone over there parked. And once again, I always forget to take a screenshot as we're driving. Yeah, make sure you give me the ding. There we go. Not quite in my spot, but you know, no one cares. No one cares. So it seems like my rest areas lately was, see, we went to a Volvo, to a Western Star, now to a Kenworth dealership. It's working out rather well. I mean, at least he has the right to stay here. He's got a Kenny over there, so you know, whatever. Yep, we're on our way to Colorado. Let me go ahead and, like we always do, let's go check on our drivers, see if because we do have a couple drivers. She's got 2 points in long distance, which is good. Okay, you're unbalanced. All right, you can now go unbalanced. I knew there's going to be a driver somewhere that must I got to switch over. So he should start getting points into high value. That's urgent and fuels, whatever. How are our other drivers doing? So it looks like they're putting points into all this first before they put a point into flammable material. Either way. Yeah, they're all sleeping except for Mimi. But Harry P, well, that's 12 hours. That one right there should be pretty good. Isn't he going back to Raleigh from Alamosa? That's quite a haul, so... Yeah, it's too bad they can't show what roughly is the payment going to be on that. But what I'm looking at now is 12 hours from now, we'll get paid from him. 43 hours, that's going to be a long haul. What's with this Alamosa, Raleigh, North Carolina deliveries that we got going on here? Pittsburgh, all right. You went to Pittsburgh, now you're going back to Alamosa. Twin Falls, I believe that's Idaho to Tucson. Louisville to Tucson. And Santa Maria to Tucson. And of course, we're going from San Diego to Denver. All right. Not too bad. And of course, money per mile, they're all between $1 and $2, which is not too bad. I don't know who this guy is, but he's bringing $3.53 per mile. But then again, I'm not paying myself in a way, so that's what makes it look better. Oh yeah, what I wanted to see was, let's exit out of here. How much are we making per week now? Profit in 7 days is up to 52,000. So not long ago we were sitting around what, 20,000. Now it's up to 52,000 a week, which sounds pretty good. But then you start thinking, okay, we got $3,000 payment per day times 7. So $22,000 a week is going towards a loan payment. But overall, still not too bad. But here we are in LA. We'll make it hopefully halfway to Denver. I don't know where we'll be at the end of the next episode, but we'll be going up through Las Vegas and then into parts of Utah and then head a little bit east into Colorado. But we won't get to Colorado tomorrow, or not say tomorrow in the next episode, but tomorrow in game. You know what I mean? Shut up. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. But until then, have a good one.